All right, so we've had a few things happen
Hmm.
recently that have been pretty big topics, but I think the eclipse is something we have to talk about first, right?
Absolutely. So I think it's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure like Ennis, Texas was like a big hot spot. Like there was a bunch of people and like the news were out there in Ennis. That's like 20 minutes from me. So I just was out in the backyard and just watching it. It was so cool.
So we're
It was
both
really,
we're both in the path of totality, right? That's something
yeah.
I don't know about you, but that is a term that I just recently learned what the path of totality means.
It sounds like a metal band or a metal.
It sure does. Opening for Metallica, y'all. Give it up for the path of totality.
I'd be about that.
Yeah, they're fabulous. I hear they're from the state of confusion. Um, but of course, anytime we have eclipses on the news, they breed a whole lot of conspiracy theories that go along with them. So I thought
Mhm.
we would talk about some of these conspiracy theories that I thought were pretty funny. Now, I'm going to go a little bit out of order. Now, you have to remember, we had the whole Kate Middleton thing happen recently where the Princess of Wales just disappeared, right? And nobody knows where she is and if she even exists anymore. And this was a big conspiracy thing in the UK. And then follow that up with the Baltimore Bridge collapse. And that's a whole nother train of conspiracy theories there, right? And then right after that, we end up with the eclipse. So all these people who believe what they believe are having a really good time of it lately. They have lots of ammunition.
There's a lot going on. It is the end of the world. So I am not going to mention right now and the people that think that right now, but I do get it. Like think about like in ancient times. Like I went and looked a little bit at it, and the people used to think like the gods were angry with them or
Mm-hmm.
like they were upset with them, and that they thought the world was ending. So back then, I get that, but like now, it's a bit much.
Yeah, I don't
It,
get it.
it
To be
much.
fair, and I'm just gonna the one that really got me is apparently there was also a total eclipse in 2017, 7 years
Hmm.
ago, and apparently that was a completely different path of totality. And but according to what I've read, I went down that wormhole, Kadie. I did.
Hmm.
I'm really happy to be back, but apparently this path of totality and that path of totality crossed somewhere in the United States, and the people who live in the town where the
Hmm.
two of them crossed apparently think they're the elite chosen ones now.
Where am I going? Where's it at? Let's go.
I don't know where it is. I don't think I didn't think to look up the name of the town, but this is a real thing. Y'all can look this up if you want to go into that wormhole. It
Did you see
exists.
that?
It's there. There are the doggies.
He just opened the door.
Well, yeah, he hears Mama. He's like,
He's not.
he's like, I am indeed the chosen one. These people in this town
He
are
said, "Where are we
not.
going?"
Right. So that's the first one that I saw, which I thought was interesting. Of course, you have the end of the world people that you
Hmm.
mentioned, and I think with those folks, like they're just gonna say everything's the end of the world, and eventually they have to be right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And things are getting worse and worse. So we'll see. We'll see what
Right.
happens.
Then you have the purge folks, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping they would be right because I need some new shoes. You know?
I need a lot of new things if we're going that route.
Well, I mean, that's why I was hoping the purge would happen, you know? Because I'm just like, yo, daddy needs a new pair of shoes. And they'd be like, I don't know about you, Kadie, but I am a shoe aficionado.
Man, I wish I could be. I got so focused on clothes that I completely forgot about shoes, and that's still the case. And then I look at my shoes, and I've had them for years, and it's really depressing. They're none of them are new. The newest pair of shoes I have are probably 2 years old.
Well, so you have all this cool clothes, and then like
Nothing to match. Yeah.
yeah, and then all your shoes have like miles and miles and miles on them to where the warranty for the engine has run out.
My Doc Martens are my savior.
Yeah. So the other thing they were saying is that there was going to be severe storms along the path of totality.
Mm. Well, I didn't get none of that.
No, me either. I just sat outside and I watched my family enjoy the eclipse while I was enjoying watching my family watching the eclipse.
So, okay, there was like so many, so many different answers, but I found this on the WFFA, and I mean, is it really worth the hype? Like, everyone's losing it about it, whether like it's conspiracy theories or like, oh my God, but like you said, 2017. But I don't know if this is true or not because there was many different things I found that all said the next one is this, and it was all different years. But
Mm-hmm.
apparently, the next totality one in Texas is 2317.
I don't think we're going to see that one.
No, so maybe it is kind of extra cool if it's never going to happen again in our lifetime.
Well, it's not going to happen again here, right? Like,
Yeah.
So it's a very geographically limited thing. So like,
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I wasn't going to bring this up, but I think I have to throw them under the bus because I live close to there. But I live close to a town called Mineola. And Mineola has a really cool place called the Mineola Nature Preserve. I don't know if you've been there, Kadie, but it's a gorgeous spot. It's just really, it's trails and paths and lakes and trees and open fields. It's just beautiful out there. And it would have been a perfect spot to watch a total eclipse happen. And originally they had this huge to do about it, and they were going to have this like big festival out there and stuff. And then the Mineola City Council voted against doing anything because of safety concerns. When in all reality, anybody who lives in the town of Mineola knows that it was because they don't want people from outside the town of Mineola in the town of Mineola.
Yeah, like I said, Ennis, they, oh my God, they showed downtown on the news, and it was like it looked like we were in Dallas, and it was just a little town of Ennis. I get that, but that still kind of sucks.
But that's economy, right? Like that's economy that you should not be turning down when you're a small town. Just my opinion.
Absolutely.
So, Masonic rituals were planned around this total eclipse. Okay, so apparently, Freemasonry has come back in the 21st century. And I'll tell you the truth, when I went down this wormhole, all I could see was a bunch of bricklayers just feverishly building walls everywhere, right? Like, and then like the lights go out from the moon going in front of the sun, and then we come back from the dark, and there's just masonry everywhere. I don't know. I was just like, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna sacrifice livestock during this, or like what's happening?
They might start sacrificing people.
I don't know. I didn't hear any stories after the eclipse. Just everything was before, right?
Okay,
I didn't hear any crazy things.
Maybe it simmered down.
I hope so. And the last
They're gearing
one.
up for 2317.
Yeah, get it ready. Get it ready. Of course, we probably won't have the same technology then. Maybe we'll be back to when, we were the people back in the day that were just mad at the gods. Can you imagine what that would have been like? Just like living your life in 5000 BC and then the lights just go out? Like, what is this? Of course you're going to be mad at the gods.
And I knew what was going on. I feel like I was waking up out of a fever dream. I had no idea what was going on.
I did not think of the whole, let's like 5000 BC folks, like how they would have handled an eclipse. That's
they thought the gods were angry or upset with them for whatever reason, but
for that 3 minutes of darkness, like that had to be like, oh my gosh. And then you come back from into the light, and like everybody wants to write their manuscript then, right?
I survived the end of the world.
Yeah. All right, last one, and then we'll go to another topic that's probably more controversial than the Eclipse. How about the folks that believed that the Eclipse was going to activate your vaccine DNA for those that got the
Huh?
COVID vaccine? This is a real thing, Kadie Lynn. I'm not lying. Y'all can look this up for yourself in the Google machine. There are folks out there. There are folks out there who believe that for those who got the COVID vaccine, that our random DNA that we got from the COVID vaccine was going to be activated during the totality of the eclipse. So this is a belief out there.
Yeah, with that 5G going on too, huh?
Yeah. So my wife and I like to we joke back and forth. I got the red panda DNA, and so I was hoping that this was real and I'd be turned into a red panda and I'd have a lot less responsibility. But it didn't happen. So I didn't end up with new shoes, and I didn't end up as a red panda.
Very disappointing 2024.
Yep. 2317, you said, Kadie? Maybe we'll have better luck.
And if technology keeps being a thing, I mean, we might be around that long. Who knows?
Yeah. I don't know if the world could handle me for 200 years. I'm going to keep it real.
Neither.
I don't know.
I don't know if they can handle us.